Parker Schnabel, a 28-year-old mining entrepreneur, had been pursuing a significant gold project for 5 years. He finally found the opportunity to invest $15 million in a $15 million bet on Dominion Creek, a site known for its rich history and potential for gold. Parker invested $3 million to secure the land, $4 million for heavy-duty machines like excavators and rock trucks, and the rest for fuel wages and keeping his crew going. Despite being only 28, Parker had already proven himself to pull more than $60 million in gold since taking over his grandfather's operation as a teenager. Dominion Creek was one of the richest gold sites during the Klondike Gold Rush in 1898. Parker knew the deeper gold was still waiting and decided to dig deeper and bring in cutting-edge gear to speed things up. His research hinted that this claim sat on the ground like the richest gold spots in Alaska, and if he was right, the reward could be massive. Parker had one major advantage: a super-rich creek and the possibility of golden tailings. He believed there would be a bunch of golden tailings in the area, and he needed to get some money coming in because they were going to be broke. Parker's secret weapon was the Rocksand wash plant, built from scratch after 2 years of planning. This machine could process way more dirt than any plant and had a cutting-edge gold recovery system. The pressure was sky-high, but Parker's plan worked and he managed to find the gold. The Rocksand wash plant, designed by Parker's team, was a massive machine that could capture tiny gold particles half a millimeter small. Standing 3 stories tall and weighing over 100 tons, it was not only big, but also smart, with an advanced control system that monitored everything in real time. The machine had automation on its side, which could make or break Parker's $15 million gamble. Bringing the Rocksand into action faced its own set of challenges, including the soft-thawing permafrost beneath Dominion Creek, which couldn't support the heavy weight. To keep the machine stable, Parker built a reinforced pad using crushed rock and heavy steel supports to create a solid foundation. The water problem was another challenge, as Rocksand could process dirt faster than any machine Parker had ever used, but needed more water to keep everything moving. To keep everything running, Parker bumped the rock and feed rate up to 300 yards an hour, and Alec boosted the water being pumped into the plant from 2,800 to 3,000 gallons per minute to wash the increased dirt. Rocksand's high-tech systems would have failed in the harsh Yukon environment without custom climate-controlled units to protect the equipment. However, Rocksand proved its worth almost immediately on its first full day of operation, processing over 2,000 yards of material, nearly double what Parker's older wash plants could handle. It also chewed through dirt faster and wasted less time dealing with useless rocks. The real payoff came when Roan's advanced gold recovery system captured several impressive nuggets, the largest single piece of gold ever pulled from Dominion Creek. This discovery alone was worth thousands of dollars and proved that Rocksand's high-tech systems could be effective in the harsh Yukon environment. Parker's $15 million gamble on Rocksand, a plant named after his late mother, was starting to pay off. The team set their sights on 5,000 ounces of gold by the end of the season, but just as everything seemed to be going right, disaster was about to face its toughest test. Parker's $15 million investment was about to face its toughest test, and he knew that nothing could prevent the day everything turned around. At Dominion Creek, Parker and his team were pushing hard to find gold. However, what changed their entire mining season when they found gold in an area where old mining waste mixed with untouched ground. This discovery proved that Parker's plan to work this section of the claim was the right call, and they were ready to run the plant. The gold was sitting in easy ground, no heavy stripping, and was waiting for them to find more. Parker knew this could save their season, so they shifted all their focus to that spot. The last of the materials going through the plant was at Rocksand, and the gold hit kept everyone going. Parker's gamble on Dominion Creek was more than just a dream. It was starting to pay off. Mining isn't what it used to be back in the old days, and the cost of running the plant was high. The operation burned through thousands of gallons of diesel every single day to stay running fuel, which cost over $22,000 a day. As the world got crazier, people wanted gold, pushing prices up. Parker knew that the bigger the world got, the more people wanted gold, which pushed prices up. With costs piling up every hour and day, the big question was whether this huge gamble at Dominion Creek really paid off. This year, the team at Scribner Creek has been struggling with a high number of crew issues, which has led to tensions and a lack of resources. Parker and his team are working with a handicap as they don't have their full crew, which means that the wash plant cannot be fed, preventing them from getting all the gold down there. This has been frustrating for both Parker and Mitch, who are desperate to achieve their goals. Parker had to shut down their operations without enough miners, which was an impossibility due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Mitch, on the other hand, was determined to find ways to get out of this sticky situation and recruit more workers. He agreed with Parker, knowing that recruiting miners would be difficult due to the pandemic and the need to avoid major errors. Parker agreed to get inexperienced workers out to help guide the new miners and ensure they were trained to avoid major errors. Mitch was ready to train these workers, and Parker promised to get them out as quickly as possible. Parker received his marching orders and promised to get the new miners on deck as soon as possible. He had no choice but to get as many hands as possible on deck, so he decided to get 2 new miners on deck. Although there were no promises about how the experiment would end, they had to try with them and hope that they would prove successful. Monique Stone, a seasoned miner, was chosen to guide the new miners and ensure they could avoid major errors. The team is now working on other mines, and Parker is pleased that Big Red is back to work ripping through the valuable pay dirt at Scribner Creek. In summary, the team at Scribner Creek faces a challenging situation due to a lack of crew and resources. Parker and Mitch must find ways to recruit and train new miners to ensure they can continue their gold rush. Parker and his team are working hard to achieve success in their mining operation. However, they face challenges, especially when they hire a rookie, Portuguese miner Tatiana Costa, who is new to the job and has never worked at a wash plant before. Mitch, Parker's right-hand man, is there to guide Tatiana and ensure her safety. Despite her initial nervousness, Tatiana's confidence grows, and Mitch gives her the remote for dumping the grizzlies while he goes to dig. The team is ready to work day and night to help Parker achieve his record-breaking goal, as they are already behind schedule. After a week of hard work, Parker and his team gather back at their base to see how much gold they have been able to gather. They were initially nervous because they had only gathered about 200 ounces of gold per week this season with Big Red. However, upon seeing the big jar with their gold, all worries disappeared. Big Red helped them gather about 356 ounces of gold, while Slucifer helped them gather about 272.50 ounces. This total led to 629 ounces of gold that week, which was worth about $1.1 million. This record-breaking season, worth about $2.33 million, shows that it is possible for Parker and his team to get the money needed to expand their operations. With any luck, they can overcome their rush for precious gold and continue their search for lost treasures, hidden riches, and legendary gold discoveries. Parker and his team face numerous challenges in their mining operation, but they are determined to succeed and reach their goal. By hiring Tatiana Costa and ensuring that they have a competent new worker, they can continue their journey toward success in the mining industry.